Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This video is going to be a weekly reading vlog, but it's going to be me rereading some books that I have loved. So without further ado, let's just get into it. As I would have said in the intro, this is a read with me for a week vlog, but this is going to be heavily consisting of rereads. I want to reread some of my favourite books, and I think the book that I'm going to start with on this fine Monday evening is going to be Binding 13. So, you know, we're starting off strong. We're going in hardcore with Binding 13. And I'm really interested to see if my rating will change as I'm reading this for the second time. I didn't annotate this the first time I read it, so I think I might annotate it this time. But it's been over a year now since I first read this, and I originally rated this 5 stars. So let's start reading it and see if my rating stays the same. Literally only 14 pages into this book, and I had forgotten how much I love it. Like, I'd just forgotten. Oh, it's just so emotional, isn't it? And I had forgotten as well, like, how much I relate to, like, Shannon's school experience. Not to that extent at all, but, like, to a certain extent. Like, the things that Shannon is experiencing in school and the way she's feeling, like, I'd just forgotten how much that is so similar to the way that I was feeling when I was in high school. And it's super sad. I also forgot how much I love Joey. Like, how protective Joey is of Shannon as her big brother. He is just unreal. I love him. Good morning. Well, good afternoon. It's Tuesday afternoon now, and last night I stayed up really late finishing Binding 13. Like, I absolutely binged it. Don't get me wrong though. I did kind of skim over some bits that were just like Johnny's rugby stuff, because I already know what happens with that, and I just, you know, I've already read it, so it doesn't matter. But I can confirm that my rating of this would still remain the same as the first time I read it. It would still be a 5 star. I absolutely loved being in Johnny and Shannon's world again. Like, it's so emotional. Read the trigger warnings if you haven't read this already and you're planning to read it. Check the trigger warnings before doing so. But it's so emotional, and the relationship and the connection between them is so beautiful, and how protective Johnny is. Oh, I just love him. And also, like, you just forget about the little relationships in between, like, even like seeing again how much of a good friend Gibbsy is to Johnny and stuff like that. Like, it's just such a very emotional and beautiful story. And I did jump straight in this morning to Keeping 13, and yeah, I'm enjoying that one so far as well. I'd almost forgotten how satisfying it is when Aoife has that fight with Bella. Like, oh, I just love Aoife. She's just a queen. Good morning. It is now, what day is it? It's Wednesday morning now, and I am going to go into work today. I'm going to actually leave the apartment even though it's freezing cold. I finished Keeping 13 yesterday, and again, just absolutely loved it as much as I remember. So nothing's changed. Still 5 stars all round. Absolutely loved it. And now I have picked up Things We Left Behind by Lucy Score, which is the 3rd book in the Knock 'Em Out series. I've reread the other 2 books in the series previously, and this is the 3rd book, and I've only read this one once, so I want to reread it again. And I feel like I might enjoy this one more the second time around. I feel like I didn't enjoy it as much as I thought I would at first, but I feel like, I don't know, I'm just in the mood for it, so I feel like I might enjoy it a bit more this time round, but we will see. I do have it in physical copy, but I'm in a Kindle mood because Binding and Keeping 13 are big, heavy books, and I just wanted my little Kindle. Right, so it's Wednesday evening. I'm at home now. As you will have seen on the other clips, I went to work today, got my nails done. That's not focusing, but yeah, never mind. went to Waterstones. I had points on Waterstones cards, so I spent them on this book, The Great Alone by Kristen Hanna, because I've heard really good things about her as an author. And now I'm at home, so reading The Things We Leave Behind. I'm 18% of the way through, and I have just missed these characters so much. I love them so much. That washing machine doesn't sound like it's making a healthy sound. Anyway, just wanted to say good morning because it's now Thursday morning. Thursday is pretty much always the same for me. I will go to work, which today I'm working from home, and then after work every Thursday I go and see my granddad. So Thursday is never really a big reading day for me. I am still reading Things We Left Behind by Lucy Score. And to be honest, I'm realising now, I'm remembering like why I didn't like it so much the first time round. Oops. And that is because it's so much longer than it needs to be. Like, it is honestly so much longer than it needs to be. And some of the scenes in it just feel like filler chapters. Like, they don't feel like they actually really add anything. Like, the actual two main characters are not really in that many scenes together until about like 45% of the book. So yeah, I am kind of remembering why I didn't love it so much. But also, the reason why is because I think when it came out, I was expecting it to be a 5-star read. It was one of my most anticipated reads. And because the two main characters in this book, they were hinted at in the first two books. So they've always been two side characters that you knew there was something between them. There was some sort of tension. Something had happened between them. They had some sort of history. So it was really, really massively built up. And I just don't think it lived up to like what everyone was expecting. Obviously, I still like it because I'm a huge Lucy Score fan and I love her writing and I love her little small towns that she creates. So I do like it, but I think just when you think about what you were expecting, it just didn't hit for me. But I'll probably finish that today, but we'll see. This is my vibe. I'm on my 1 hour lunch break from work. So I'm just chilling. I'm watching Madison Kate in the background. She is a booktuber, you probably all know her. But I'm watching Madison Kate in the background. I've got my Kindle, I'm reading The Things We Left Behind. Let me see how far into this I am. I think like 50%. Yeah, literally exactly 50%. So exactly halfway through. Got my Diet Coke, which is my like hyperfixation at the moment. And yeah, just loving life, but I've got to go back to work soon, so that's really killing the vibes, you know. Guys, let me just show you, oh my god, this PR mail that I got from Simon Schuster. This is the last book in the Gold Rush Ranch series by Elsie Silver, which is the series that came before Chestnut Springs. So in this series you meet the Eaton brothers' sister. She's in this series and it's so good, and they've included this little cowboy boot biscuit, this cowboy themed mug. We've obviously got like a map of where the series is, and then the actual book itself. So this one is a false start. This is out, like you'll be able to buy this. You can read this on Kindle Unlimited, but you can buy it like in paperback in the UK from the 5th of December. That is absolutely gorgeous. And then, not only that, but I also was lucky enough to receive this ARC. Well, I think this book is out now, so it's not really an ARC anymore, but this version of it is an ARC. And it's Broken Harbour by Catherine Cowles, and this is part of her Sparrow Falls series. This is the 3rd book in the series, and I have already read it. I've read every book that Catherine Cowles has ever written, and I just love her books. If you like small town romantic suspense, so like small town romance but with a bit of like mystery on the side, then you will love this. In this particular book, the main character is a hockey player, and the female main character is a single mum, so it's really, really cute. I love it so much. I can't believe I've received this. Good morning, guys. It is Friday morning. I'm just about to finish Things We Left Behind. Overall, not really loved it. So probably my usual rating would stand, which I think the first time I rated it was like 3.5 stars. And I think I will stick with that. I thought that I was going to enjoy this more the second time reading it, but I didn't. It was about the same, really. It's just way longer than it needs to be honest. And let me show you which book I'm going to start today. The book that I'm going to be starting today, my reread of Iron Flame. I've already read Fourth Wing about 700 times. Like, I swear to God, I could probably read that book with my eyes closed, word for word. I've read it that many times, okay? And I want to be ready for Onyx Storm when it comes out in January. No. You guys prepare to be sick of me. Prepare to be sick of me because wow. Version of myself where Xaden Ryerson is my whole personality. I'm defrosting, all right? I'm ready to come back in full force. So yeah, I think I'd half started annotating Iron Flame once and then just didn't finish with it. Anyway, I'm gonna reread it, I'm gonna annotate it, and I'm so excited. This is gonna be my last book of this video because I'm gonna read this weekend and then I've done my week of rereads, and I am super duper excited for this. Like, I'm so excited. I'm going to the cinema to see Wicked tonight. Going on release day, very brave. But yeah, so I won't really get much reading done tonight, to be honest. I probably won't get any reading done tonight. So yeah, this is probably more of a Saturday, Sunday job. But I'm so excited! Guys, it's Saturday. I'm in a towel. Sorry, but we're all friends here. And I'm going out today with my dad and that. And so I'm not gonna get like loads of reading done, and I didn't get any done last night because I went to see Wicked. The film was at 7, but obviously don't come on until 7:30. It's like 2.5 hours long, so got home really late. So yeah, not really got any reading done yesterday. And what I'm gonna do now is I've just had a shower and done my hair, like washed my hair and stuff. I need to actually straighten it and put makeup on and all that. Then I'm gonna have something to eat, like I'm just gonna have some Weetabix or something. Then I'm gonna hopefully sit down for a bit before I like properly get ready to go out. Or maybe I'll get ready first and then sit down for a bit because then I don't have to worry about getting ready. Yeah, we'll see what happens, but I'm going to start Iron Flame today, I promise. Guys, I just thought while I'm getting ready, I'll tell you a bit about The Wicked. The Wicked film, I went to see it last night, which was actually release day. So that was very brave of me to do. But I absolutely loved it. I thought it was absolutely fantastic. And this is coming from someone, I had no knowledge of Wicked. Like, obviously everyone's heard about Wicked. And I knew that it was like related to The Wizard of Oz, but I've never watched it. I never knew anything about it. So I went into it really completely blind. The reason I watched it was because, if I'm being honest, because I'm a massive Ariana Grande fan. Have been for years. I was actually, not to get emotional, but I was actually at the Manchester Arena when she was there. Yeah, and I've just always been a fan of her for years, and so that's why I went to watch the film. And honestly, like, having watched it, I can really see why people love it so much. I'm going to be putting like a bit of instant tan on my neck and stuff, so don't worry about why I'm orange. But yeah, having watched it, I can honestly see why people love it so much. It was really good. And Ariana Grande was absolutely incredible. She is so talented. Same for everyone that was in the film, really, but Cynthia as well, that played Elphaba. They were just so good. Like, they were so good. But back to the bookish talk. Guys, I feel like because I've just done 3 rereads in a row, I feel like it might have put me in a reading slump. Like, the thought of picking up Iron Flame is like exciting because I really do want to reread it, and I am without a doubt rereading it before January. But like my body and mind are screaming at me to read something new rather than doing a reread, so it's just a bit difficult. I am gonna, like, once I've got ready though, I'm gonna just sit down and try and read a couple of chapters of that. We'll see. Right, guys, I've gotten ready and I've sat down to read Iron Flame. I'm going to try and read as much of this as I can because this video ends tomorrow. The week is over tomorrow. So I want to try and get as much of this read as I can. I am really excited to be back in this world and to see Xaden again. So we'll see how this goes. As I'm reading this one, I'm really going to try and like think of, oh, I forgot my nail. I'm really going to try and think of like what theories I think for the next one. I already have a theory about, I'm not going to say it on here because spoilers, but I do already have a theory about Violet's second signet, which I think is the theory that everyone has. Like it's, I think looking back on it now, I'm feeling that it's kind of obvious, but I'm going to try and be critically thinking in this one. Hello guys, today is the last day of the reading vlog. I have inserted some clips from Sunday. I didn't film anything. Didn't really film much this weekend because I've had a busy weekend. But let's recap the books that I've read in this video and what I thought of them, reading them for the second time round. Binding and Keeping 13, the first two books from the Boys of Tommen series by Chloe Walsh. I absolutely loved these the second time around just as much as I did the first time around. My rating of them still remains that this is 5 stars. 5 stars all round here. These two books, the first two books in the Boys of Tommen series, will probably always be my favourite. I absolutely love them. They are just a work of art. They are perfection. I love them. If you haven't read them, I definitely recommend them. And don't be put off by the fact that they are teenagers, because I usually don't like reading about teenagers, but these teenagers, I love. Things We Left Behind by Lucy Score. I would say, again, I probably felt the same way about this as I did the first time I read it, where I just expected more from it, and I think that it was a lot longer than it needs to be. A lot of it felt a bit fillerish, like a lot of chapters felt like they were there just for the sake of it and just for like padding it out and stuff, as opposed to actually being essential to the story. So I would sit at a 3.5 star rating for this book. Last but not least, you would have seen me reading a little bit of Iron Flame, and I did continue reading this on Sunday. I've probably got about 20% of it left, so I haven't managed to finish it in this video, but I can already guarantee that it remains a 5 star. Like, Fourth Wing and Iron Flame were both 5 star for me. I absolutely love this series so much. Like, I can't even tell you how much I love this series. I have thoroughly enjoyed being back in the action with Violet and Xaden. I love them so much. Just a masterpiece. It's just a masterpiece. It's just a masterpiece. So I am so glad that I did decide to reread this. I was scared for a little bit that I was getting in a reading slump, but I picked this up and just fell straight back in love with it. It's another series, again, if you haven't read it, I do highly recommend it, and the third book is coming out in January, so it's not like you have a long wait for the third book either, so highly recommend this. Like I say, this would remain a 5 star, 100%. And that concludes my week of rereads video. I've been a bit rubbish with remembering to film in this video, to be fair, but please do let me know if there's any other videos you want me to do specifically as like a weekly reading vlog, or just in general, any videos that you want me to do, any ideas that you have, please do let me know. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe, all that usual stuff, and I hope to see you next time.